Good afternoon, I'm Rob Boskamp, and you're listening to South Texas Midday. It's Wednesday, August 20th. Nueces County employees could receive a significant pay raise, but how commissioners choose to fund it will determine whether the county leans on savings or its taxpayers. During a budget workshop, County Judge Connie Scott presented two budget paths. Both guarantee a 10% cost of living raise for every county worker. Sheriff's deputies and constables could receive a separate $2 million in salary adjustments.
I just needed to let my priorities be known to what I'm going to be asking for. Do I have 3 votes for it? I couldn't tell you that for sure. We can't vote ahead of time. I believe that our employees deserve it.
That was Judge Scott speaking with KIII News. The first option keeps the county's tax rate flat at the no new revenue level. It would pay for raises and cover rising costs such as health insurance premiums, but would lower the county's reserves to $15.8 million by the end of next fiscal year. The second option calls for a 3.5% voter-approved tax rate. It funds the same raises and costs while keeping more than $24 million in reserves.
I don't know what the court's going to do. I don't know which one of these the court will vote for. What I believe is we can do these significant raises with either plan, and our employees deserve it.
That was County Commissioner Brent Chesney, courtesy of KIII News. Commissioners are expected to continue discussing the budget before a final decision's made on September 10th. Corpus Christi City Council met yesterday. Key discussions included a resolution to amend financial budgetary policies, proposing a fund balance increase from about 17% to 20%. Council members ultimately postponed the decision. They approved a professional services contract with HDR Inc. to evaluate electrical resiliency of the Owen Stevens water treatment plant in Council District 1. They also negotiated terms with Nueces County for a tax increment reinvestment zone in the London area. They authorized an advance funding agreement with TxDOT for a pedestrian safety project on Encantera Avenue, projecting 6 months of construction. The meeting also covered several key issues, including approval of a resolution for Flint Hills Resources Texas Enterprise Zone Program, a $150 million capital investment. Discussions also focused on the Mary Roads Pipeline, which is in need of a $16 million infrastructure investment. The city is also exploring additional water sources, including the Nueces and Colorado rivers. And residents will see a change in official city documents as officials revealed an updated city seal during yesterday's meeting. The logo has been updated with the new Harbor Bridge, features an updated mirador, and includes several graphic improvements which enhance legibility. The City of Corpus Christi has maintained an official seal since its 100th anniversary in 1952. Mary Lynn Humble, a Rate High School student, won a design contest for the original logo. The previous version of the seal was created in 2002 for the city's 150th anniversary. Victoria City Mayor Dwayne Crocker and City Manager Jesus Garza appeared on the City of Victoria's Town Talk podcast recently to discuss the recent boil water notices, including findings and next steps from the City Council subcommittee. Following the first boil water notice in July, the mayor appointed a subcommittee to thoroughly assess the city's water system and provide recommendations for improvements. Council and staff recently provided an update on the subcommittee's work during a City Council meeting following the second boil water notice earlier this month. The latest episode of Town Talk can be found on YouTube at Victoria, Texas Videos or on Spotify at Town Talk, City of Victoria. More information about the boil water notices and the work of the Water System Review Subcommittee can be found at victoriatx.gov/water. Harlingen's November 4th election ballot continues to develop, with Mayor Norma Sepulveda running unopposed for her second term. In the race for the Commission's District 2 seat, Commissioner Daniel Lopez faces former Commissioner Frank Puente, a rematch from the 2022 election. For District 1, Commissioner Ford Kinsley's decision to decline running for a second term has sparked a scramble for the vacant seat, with former 2-term Commissioner Richard Uribe, John Lane, a retired educator, and Delia Cavazos Gomez, a nurse. Monday marked the election's filing deadline. The city of Brownsville is informing residents of SpaceX Starship's potential 10th flight on Sunday, which has a 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. window. As this occurs, residents may hear sonic booms in the South Padre Island, Port Isabel, and Brownsville areas. These sounds are a result of the space vehicle slowing down from supersonic speeds. Residents can sign up for City of Brownsville text alerts at brownsvilletx.gov. The city of San Diego celebrated the reopening of the Tovar Street Bridge yesterday, marking the completion of a major infrastructure project that has been under construction for over a year. The over $2 million project coincided with construction on Highway 359, creating significant traffic challenges for residents, particularly those traveling to school.
Everybody complains about our streets. I mean, I drive them, our city council drives them, and we know it's a headache for everyone. I thought it was great. Of course, many people didn't care for it because we had 359 closed at that time with two projects going on to our main streets going to the school.
That was San Diego Mayor Sally Lichtenberger speaking with KIII News. The infrastructure improvements were made possible through federal funding with continued support from Congressman Henry Cuellar. City leaders told KIII that more development projects throughout Duval County are planned for the future. The City of Victoria Metropolitan Planning Organization is inviting residents to review and provide input on new proposed routes for Victoria Transit. The Golden Crescent Regional Planning Commission, which operates Victoria Transit on the city's behalf, has developed a comprehensive plan which presents goals and strategies for public transportation in the region. Victoria Transit is proposing the creation of new routes that will expand coverage for transit services while improving travel time. Residents can visit victoriatx.gov/transit plan to provide feedback and suggest stops on the proposed route map. Deadline is October 31st. Meanwhile, City of Victoria representatives and the Golden Crescent Regional Planning Commission will attend the next Southside Community Coalition meeting at 5:30 p.m. tomorrow at Meals on Wheels South Texas at 603 East Murray Street. More information can be found at victoriatx.gov. The city of Brownsville has earned national recognition for its cost-competitive advantage in the manufacturing sector, according to the July 2025 Inflation Busters report by Site Selection magazine. Brownsville ranks number 2 in the U.S. for lowest manufacturing operating costs. Brownsville's industrial momentum is supported by its proximity to the Port of Brownsville, a strong transportation network, and targeted economic development efforts led by the Greater Brownsville Incentives Corporation. Major infrastructure projects are also enhancing the region's capacity to support advanced manufacturing and logistics operations. The Texas Department of Transportation will host 2 public hearings beginning today to gather public input on a proposal to upgrade a portion of U.S. Highway 77 to interstate standards near Woodsboro, as well as construct a new U.S. 77 roadway east of Refugio. The first hearing is scheduled from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. today at the Refugio County Expo Center at 245 Fairgrounds Road. A second hearing will follow tomorrow at the same time at the Woodsboro School Cafeteria at 408 Caston Avenue. A virtual public hearing will also be available beginning today at 4:30 p.m. on the TxDOT website. To access the hearing, visit TxDOT.gov and search for US 77 Woodsboro Refugio hearing. The Coastal Bend Food Bank teams up with the Humane Society today for a mobile pet food distribution. For more information, visit coastalbendfoodbank.org. Other events for the food bank this month include a free diabetes class next Wednesday, August 27th. It will go over nutrition and meal planning, medication and stress management, as well as exercise and physical activity. Morning and evening classes will be offered and limited space is available. For more information on the classes, call 361-887-7979. In state news, the Texas House is now preparing to advance its own congressional redistricting map, distinct from the one it previously backed and which is still under consideration in the Senate. Houston Public Media's Andrew Schneider reports.
Texas' 9th Congressional District currently stretches across south and southwest Houston. It's long been represented by Democratic Congressman Al Green. The redistricting map under consideration in the Senate would move the district to eastern Houston and Harris County, a region with a voting population that favored Donald Trump over Kamala Harris by a margin of nearly 3-2. Republicans have argued the new district would be majority Hispanic. But the version the House is now preparing to vote on would also include the more rural, more conservative, and whiter Liberty County, which voted for Trump over Harris by a margin of 4-1. Houston Public Media reached out to State Representative Todd Hunter, who authored the bill carrying the House's new map, but he did not immediately respond. I'm Andrew Schneider in Houston.
Texas State Agriculture Commissioner Sid Miller is praising a federal judge's decision that reverses protection for the lesser prairie chicken. Texas Public Radio's Brian Kirkpatrick reports.
West Texas federal judge David Counts found the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service made a fundamental error in listing the chicken with eyebrows of yellow feathers as endangered and threatened. Miller called the protection for the bird President Biden's federal overreach and wrong for Texas farmers and ranchers. Judge Counts was appointed by President Trump. Unrestricted hunting is blamed for the lower numbers of the lesser prairie chickens. The bird is known for its elaborate mating dance. Native Americans relied on them as a food source. In Texas, they are found west of Lubbock and at the tip of the Panhandle, but once roamed in bigger numbers and in bigger areas. I'm Brian Kirkpatrick in San Antonio.
And in sports, the Corpus Christi Hooks dropped their series opener against the Frisco RoughRiders last night. They lost 7-4 in front of nearly 4,000 fans at Whataburger Field. Jordan Alvarez, working his way back from a right-hand injury, went 2 for 4 with a double, walk, and stolen base to start his rehab assignment for Corpus Christi. Astros right-hander Luis Garcia, making his 8th rehab appearance this season, struck out 6 while allowing 7 hits and 2 walks over 4.1 innings. Wes Clark homered for the second straight game, clubbing a leadoff long ball in the first. Alonzo Treadwell struck out a career-high 10 batters in 4 frames of relief. The Hooks continued their series tonight with first pitch set for 6:35 p.m. And that is the latest news and information on South Texas Midday. I'm Rob Boskamp. Your community arts calendar and more is on the way.